Right, so I kind of like the fact that even though it's subtle, the effect of having this filter just doing a little bit of goodness is that it's kind of glued the other two filters together, and they sound a little bit more like one sound now. And that was kind of my desired sort of effect, I suppose. Now, while we're here, we can kind of look through a bunch of the other effects as well. So we have a chorus, which is quite a nice sounding chorus. Got quite a lot of control there, and I kind of like the way they visualize it. It kind of looks like it's rotating. Oh, hi Ash. Yeah, so we're rotating. Yeah, so you can see it kind of rotating there. You can see that changing as you change the depth and the delays. You can kind of spread them out a little bit more. We've got our frequency. We can kind of slow it down. So you've got quite a lot of control there. Now, you always have to be careful with choruses because they always sound amazing, but then they just completely destroy the mono in your signal. So if you like made like a bass patch, for example, with like this just on full, you would kind of struggle. I mean, maybe I can kind of just stick a utility on here. Yeah. So you kind of end up with this like weird phasey kind of mono signal, which is like not necessarily a problem for like other types of sounds. Basses, I would say maybe just mix it a little bit. But yeah, like Tom just said, always have some way of checking your stuff in mono. In Ableton, super easy. Just drop a utility in wherever, and then just hit that mono button. Yeah, it would be nice if chorus had an inbuilt band separation as well. Yeah, I feel like they could probably go a little bit more in depth on some of these effects, but they're all good at what they do. They're functionally good at what they do. And if you wanted fancier options, I just use some other plugin anyway. But yeah, in terms of like monoing your mix, I mean, I actually have in my this is like my default template that I've just like loaded this synth into, but you can see I have a utility on the master here, and I've actually mapped a button on my MIDI keyboard to like quickly turn it on and off, which is by far the cheapest way of having a mono switch without needing any like outboard gear or anything like that. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing that and just keeping it in mind, because it's really soul crushing. I mean, I've been there when you like finish a track, get it out there, you're like really, really happy with it, and then someone plays it on like a mono rig, or they play it out of like a mini rig or something like that, and it just sounds rubbish. Everything disappears, so you want to avoid that feeling, basically. Right, so but I do like a little bit of that chorus.